Tell me, how does it feel knowing that all your plans have failed? Well, Salem, you know what? Feels pretty shit. Hey guys, I am Torchwood Boy and welcome to my one-take review of Rwby Volume 3, the volume that will destroy your very soul. There are lots of spoilers in this review, so if you haven't watched it, don't watch it. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so basic summary, Cinder, Emerald, and Neo, and Torchwick, and Mercury, and this creepy chick at the end called Salem have convoluted this plan to wipe out Vale, or at least Beacon Academy, for the part of a greater scheme. They enlist the Ender Dragon from Minecraft, and they also enlist a lot of really bad fairy tale creatures to come and attack, called Grimm. I'm joking, of course, it's not really the Ender Dragon and fairy tale creatures, but you know, I was trying to make a light mood of the fact that Pyrrha's dead! And so is Penny. And so is Torchwick. I mean, that was like the worst one. I'm joking. I was like, yeah, bye Felicia. It was such a great season for me, guys. Seriously, undoubtedly the best season of the three. Undoubtedly for me. Let's start with top 3 characters. So in at number 3 comes Rwby Rose herself. Rwby had a great arc. From the beginning when we saw her at her mum's grave to the end where she did a really awesome thing with her eyes, the grey eyes. And I went back and I watched the first episode again. Oh my god, here's the first thing Os Princess has. Here's you have silver eyes, or is it you have grey eyes? It's one of the two. I was like, oh, he knew right from the first episode, and you just passed it off as a comment that you would never have suspected, and yet there it is in broad daylight. The end to season 3 is at the beginning of volume 1. What the fuck? That was awesome! That was so cool. I was like, oh! And then when you, going off topic of a bit of Rwby for a minute, when you hear Salem's conversation at the beginning of volume 1, and then Ospin chimes in about how it will take a smaller, more pure, honest soul, or something like that. And then right at the end of volume 3, Salem continues the conversation, and I'm like, what the what? It's actually them. It's so cool how it all linked together. And Rwby was really the focal point of volume 3. You saw a lot of her. You saw, you know, very much how Uncle Crow was introduced, and it just gelled really well for Rwby Rose. And of course, you got her awesome scene where she jumps onto the locker and she flies off, something else that was set up in writing season 1, volume 1, whatever you want to call it. In at number 2, my Weiss baby. Weiss did an amazing job this season, guys. I am obviously a huge White Rose shipper. I like massively. I love Rwby and Weiss. I think it's gotta happen. I don't know what this is, but it's representation, and that's what's gonna happen. That's representation of their relationship. Nope. Yes. Yeah, Rwby and Weiss worked together especially well this season, especially at the very end. But Weiss, I remember when she summoned, that was such a badass moment when she's like running around and she's like, no bitch, don't touch Velvet, and then a giant sword came out and sliced that monster in half, or not the monster, the automated machine thing. And she was like, oh shit, I did that. I'm pretty badass. She was so badass this season. We met her sister Winter and they had some great moments and it was just awesome. Weiss is awesome. But in at number 1, who else could I give it to in season 3? Of course, it's Cinder. Cinder was awesome. She killed Pyrrha. She got Penny killed. She caused a lot of shit. Cinder's just amazing, guys. So yeah, Cinder for number 1. I'm joking, that bitch can fall into the nearest volcano. In at number 1, guys, we have Pyrrha, Nikos, Pyrrha. Guys, Pyrrha's dead. I don't know how I feel about it. Honestly, I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay, I do not like it. And I do not like Cinder anymore. I know I was all like, oh, Cinder's amazing. Cinder's no, seriously, she can fall out of a plane pretending to skydive and forget a parachute. Pyrrha faced a tragic end in this bitter and vicious war, and I'm gonna miss her with all my heart, because Pyrrha Nikos was a legend, and she brought out something amazing in Jaune as well, and that'll obviously move on, but Arcas is dead, guys. That ship has been sunk. Honourable mention goes to Mr. Jaune arc. Jaune had an incredible arc this season, but mainly his arc. Jaune arc, did you get it? Arc. Jaune. Okay. He had an incredible arc this season. Just can't stop hearing it. And that kiss with Pyrrha at the end was beautiful, and his rage when he was like getting Rwby and Weiss to go and help her fight Cinder was amazing. It was just incredible, absolutely incredible. So yes, my honourable mention goes to Jaune. My top 3 moments. Okay, so in at number 3, a surprising one, but it's Rwby v Torchwood and Neo. That was an insane fight. Rwby was so outclassed by Neo and Torchwood alone, let alone of them both together. I mean, this is Neo who took out Jaune like it was nothing. Like she was just like checking her nails while doing it. And it was so invented how Rwby beat her as well, you know. She couldn't best her in combat, you know, with her weapon, without a weapon. It really either or, she was useless against Neo and her abilities and her skill. But the way she just grabbed Neo's umbrella and just got her to fly off the ship, I was like, whoa, that was freaking cool. Of course, she didn't beat Torchwood either, she got taken out, but then Torchwood got eaten by a giant Grim, and I was like, what? And that's really sort of set the tone for the final few episodes. I was like, whoa, okay. Shit's going down. In at number 2, let me give a hand to Jaune, please. Seriously, she needs a hand. She's lost one. Like Adam just cut straight through Aurora and just cut it off. How powerful must be that blade? I mean, don't get me wrong, she must have like drained a bit of Aurora with fighting and everything, but the blade literally cut through Aurora completely and ripped off her arm, and she was just like, I have no arm now. And she's really pissed and she's moody because Blake's left, not because she hasn't got an arm, but just because she's left. And obviously Bumblebee is a thing as well. So, and that needs to happen too. Basically, the 4 main characters need to get together. Rwby and Weiss, Jaune and Blake. I don't care what you guys say, it's gonna happen. It's not gonna happen, but we can all dream. I think Rwby and Weiss is more probable than Blake and Jaune, but whatever, anyway. So, yeah, Jaune got her arm cut off, and I was like, you know, she's running around thinking, yes! Go, Jaune, you take Adam on, and I seriously overestimated Yang's ability, and the fact that when her semblance, which is rage, is her greatest weakness, because her rage doesn't allow her to see skill, and that's going to put her in a bad position moving forward. However, I've got a question. How strong is Jaune going to be now? Because her semblance is every time she takes a hit, she becomes stronger, but she's taking a permanent hit, so will she be permanently stronger? That's what I want to know. And also, will she get a bionic arm, like some kind of Terminator reject, and just be like, let's go, mother. That was fighting. Yeah. It was very bad fighting. And my karate instructor would be ashamed. In at number 1, this is Pyrrha Nikos. Pyrrha's gone, and sorry, in at number 1 is Pyrrha v Cinder. I'm thinking of top 3 moments, top 3 characters. Ah, my brain is gone. Pyrrha v Cinder. It was an incredible battle. I almost wanted to put sort of like the ending scene with Rwby coming on as well, but I don't want to include that because I feel like that was a separate segment of Rwby, and I don't think it was a standout moment. I just think it showed Rwby more as a character rather than, you know, the actual fight scene. So the fight between them. And when Pyrrha finally lets loose and goes all Magneto on Cinder, you're like, oh, she's gonna win. She threw all them, like, she slammed her with one of the gears of the clock, and then she slammed another one into her, and then she of the tower, sorry, and then she smashed them all on top of her, and you're thinking, yes, she's got her, she's gonna win. And then Cinder just like is like, bitch please. And then I thought that greatest moment where Pyrrha threw her shield to stop Cinder's arrow, and Cinder's arrow split. Disintegrated around the shield and then reformed on the other side as the shield was moving through mid-air and just hit her in the Achilles, which is obviously what Pyrrha's character is based off, Achilles. So it was a very sort of prominent thing to hit her in the Achilles, because that's how he went down as well. What was she? I don't know. I don't really know Greek mythology. If that even is Greek, I'm probably talking out my ass right now. But anyway, yes, Pyrrha's death was very sad. It was something I didn't see coming. I know you guys had said something about Pyrrha, but I thought maybe, you know, maybe her and Jaune broke up. I don't think yet. Not nice. Okay, any negatives? No. Well, yeah, Pyrrha's dead, Cinder's a bitch, and Penny's dead too. That sucks. An honourable mention for my top 3 moments, by the way, is the short fight between Ozpin and Cinder, which truly demonstrated some immense power between the two of them. Obviously, Ozpin lost, but he was super, super amped, even without any, like, Maiden's abilities, so that was cool to see. Right, funniest moment for me was the team name talk. This happened in Team Jupiter, and they were in the Vital Festival and they were fighting, and then they suddenly all stopped, and Jaune was like, flower power, which is Ren and Nora's thing, I think, attack, and they're like, wait, why are we flower? And it's like, because Ren brings the flower and Nora brings the power, and they were all like talking about it, and like, no, and then Pyrrha was like, well, what's our name? And then Jaune was like, our name is, I don't know what their name is, I think it's Nikos. And then the other team were like, hello, we're trying to fight her, and Jaune's like, we're having a conversation! And then Pyrrha had to point out the fact that they were in a massive tournament and they were actually fighting on screen in front of millions. And he was like, oh, right, we're fighting. And then he's like, Nora, just hit him with the hammer. And so Nora just goes up and just smashes all of them out of the ring all by herself. And it was just the ending scene that really, really made me laugh, which was where one of the teachers, I forget which one it was, after they've hit the wall, it's like, oh wow, she smashed them out of there. Can someone please check that they're okay? No, seriously, check that they're okay. It was like, because she could seriously do some damage. Out of 10, guys, this volume gets a 10. The second 10 I've ever given, which was Rwby Volume 1, got a 10, Rwby Volume 2 got a 9, and this one gets a 10 as well, because it's pretty awesome. Thank you for watching very much, guys. Join me tomorrow for the Game of Thrones, and once upon a time, I hope you have a great day. I do love you all. Bye.